This video is sponsored by Easy Roller Dice, one of the best companies I've ever worked with. As we're wrapping up this year, we're wrapping up gifts for our nerd friends too, if we can afford it. If not, I understand. But if you can, or a discount would help you out, Easy Roller Dice has an amazing collection of dice for all types of games, accessories like carrying cases, bags and towers, and these really cool novelty gifts, like that glass I bought a little while ago and I still use. Just make sure to punch in the code RUNE for a whopping 20% off of your order. And trust me, you can get carried away, so that 20% is really important. I'm a huge fan of both metal and stone dice, and they have really insane stone dice. Just look at this collection, it's amazing. Like 80% of my dice are from these guys, and the other 20% goes out to you. Do you see what I did there? Do you see this discount code that I'm letting linger? Okay, thanks. Here's the video. Welcome to the other catfolk, because I briefly forgot that hyenas are feline and I made that null video calling them dog people, when they're actually more like giggle kitties. But these kitties are quite different. For starters, they don't have bloodlust. Man, what a change of pace. I was running out of monsters when I realized that there are playable races that I didn't cover. I got tired of running through tyrant slavers and war bands, so now we have the free spirits. And running through their details, I found a lot of nods to how my dumbass cats behave on the daily basis. So let's get started. In a distant land, whose location is distant and on land, there existed a divine being known as the Cat Lord. Yeah, that's his name. Wanna know more? Too damn bad, because that's all we get. Except for a fan breakdown, which I'll link because it's good, but it's from like 3 years ago. So anyway, way over there in that distance, probably close to the horizon, this thing took a cat nap. And then it got up and, on a whim, created a bunch of creatures called the Tabaxi. Then, like Dad going out to get cigarettes, the Cat Lord gets hit by a car on his way out and is never heard from again. But it had 9 lives, so it's still out there, but that's unimportant, because what matters is the legacy. Meet, after like 2 minutes of this video, the Tabaxi, feline explorers who wander the world seeking nothing more than a fantastical adventure and a wondrous sight. In truth, not all of them wander. The vast majority are happy in their quaint little homes set across warm sands and tropical forests. But the fickle deity that isn't Bastet, currently living its 6th life, is probably chasing a mouse as we speak. The Cat Lord itself created them. And as felines, they're cursed with a number of traits and attitude problems. First, and the most prominent, is related to the phrase, "Curiosity killed the cat," and satisfaction brought it back. Did you know there was a second half? That's because there isn't. The phrase came from a compendium of idioms published in 1873, but 2 newspapers in 1905 and 1912 added the rejoinder. The world is full of lies, even in correction. Do your own research. I'm just lost today. Where was I? Curiosity. For Tabaxi, wanderlust is as inevitable as a morning coffee dump. Home is safe, but no cat has ever cared about safety. Just look at the internet. So sooner or later, they're driven to see the open world. And there's only one thing that they prize above all others: a damn good story. More than shiny toys, towering achievements, and arcane knowledge, they want satisfaction by telling and hearing. And then what happened is probably the phrase that rides their bristled tongues the most. But stories aren't their only interest, just the most prevalent one. Described aptly as mercurial or unpredictable creatures, they gain and drop interests on a whim. Like a child seeing a bigger toy than the one they have, or a cat instantly losing interest in playing with you or getting pet. A Tabaxi will fall in love with basket weaving one day and then drop it for fencing the next. Exciting, dangerous lives. And now that we've covered their 2 main traits, we look at habits and hobbies. To do that, understand that they're just a Skyrim meme. I hate to be the herald of simplicity, but that's about 70% of their design. They come from a warm area far away, they have wares if you have coin, they're chatterboxes, and they travel in gypsy groups. When I say gypsy, I don't mean in the offensive Romani sense, because that's undeserved. I'm implying, literally, that Tabaxi are well-known thieves and swindles. Do you have a cat? Have they stolen your food, or knocked something off the table and taken it? No? Then unsubscribe from me because I don't tolerate liars. The interesting part of this is that they don't really value what they take, like cats. I'm going in circles, but it's not my fault that this is a kiddie pool of racial depth. Wait. Oh no, it's kiddie pool. I forgot. Never mind. They gather gold and fine silks, stolen or bartered, so that they can barter later. As long as they can afford food, they don't need anything else. Just stories. If you've got a fascinating tale, you can turn it into literal wealth by talking to a Tabaxi. Just don't ask where they got the potion that they're trading you. It's actually interesting to look at their obsession as if it were a video game that they played recently or a TV show that they watched and are raving about. They'll talk endlessly about the depth and nuance of an adventure they heard in the same way people do with, I don't know, Undertale? I'm out of touch. But in my opinion, they're fascinating and super fun to play freely with. It's like a guilty pleasure, having a character who is randomly interested in stuff and doesn't care about the consequences of their actions. Because at the end of the day, you're playing a cat. And that's basically Tabaxi.